Junctionites.
So,
changes. All are okay.
hello.
See, you can't change us.
We are all here. 1, 2, 3,
Anand, you can't change us.
Your junction.
Because wherever you go,
see, there's
junction's always there.
non-Rotarians.
Non-Rotarians also there.
Yeah.
Ashita is a different club.
I'm a Rotarian.
And he is a Northwest.
Junction?
No.
See, more non-junction.
Who's the majority?
No, then
Majority, I agree. I'm not even questioning.
Then another criteria, Rotarian, non-Rotarians. There is directly.
Santosh was given me as his assistant to get the members. I'm with other than
And you, if Ramchandra comes, he will bring a minimum of a dozen. And more will be there.
So you swap over, na? Satoshi has already told you swap over. And this room will be all junction.
See, one advantage in this, like Rotary, some of the clubs, there are no owners, they all are stakeholders. Irrespective of which club and all, it is secondary.
Irrespective of which club.
Okay, we
Yeah.
will begin.
Yeah, okay.
A very good evening to everyone here. I hope the traffic has not slowed you down, but just given you more energy to be in. Toastmaster Atmika Bhatt.
Take that.
I, Toastmaster Atmika Bhatt, would like to welcome you to the 198th meeting of NITK BHIVE Toastmasters team. So, round of applause. We are reaching very near to our completion. There are a few things we would like to keep in mind in this meeting. The first one is that we will keep our mobile phones either switched off or in silent. Please feel free to check your mobiles if they're in silent mode. If not, 30 seconds time to keep them. Somebody is coming.
No, he is another guest.
The next one is that we will enter or exit when no one is speaking or when there is an applause to help facilitate the flow of this meeting. As we will give time for Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari to step out. And finally, we should refrain from speaking on sex, religion, and politics. So, I would like to repeat the mission of Toastmasters for the benefit of everyone. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. To begin this lovely meeting, I would like to first welcome someone. But before I go into his introduction, I should start with one of his favorite. He is none other than Subimal Chuni Goswami. In an era where people usually focus on a single sport, this person was a professional Indian footballer and a first-class cricket player. And it would be wrong for me to say that our presiding officer is just like that because he loves to wear multiple hats and take the in equal measure. So please join me in welcoming presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Saikat Nandi.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is the power I got today. Thanks for adding the Subimal in prefix inside Shoilen Manna record, and he captained the Bengal Ranji team also, as well as the Indian football team. He captained the Indian football team. Today's meeting number 198, another 2 meetings left for the 200th meeting. So we'll discuss that later. Before going to the main structure of the meeting, I would to inform that we have our VP Education shared the minutes of the meeting of the last meeting. For that, just give one acknowledgement, thumbs up or yes.
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 Thank you. Thank you. I've seen a lot of guests among us today. Thank you. Looks good always having guests, new faces. I'd like to start the introduction of the guest. So please introduce yourself.
So my name is Narendra Tena. I'm a CA by qualification, worked in corporates for several years. Now I'm retired. I came to this meeting because Santosh, who is a good friend for last more than 20 years, we were neighbors sort of in August residency. We met at some one place and he said, why don't you come? It's a good thing to attend and maybe enjoy yourself. So I said, sure. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful introduction.
Good evening, everyone. I am Pratap Ujjini, past president of Northwest. I met Sanjay sir along with Anand trek last and along with Lakshmi. I met them on a trek, and then we were also. Then we were having breakfast. Then Anand told, there's something called the Toastmasters Club. Why don't you join? So it was a wonderful thing, and for me, public speaking is a bit of a challenge. I was telling when I go on stage, my brain becomes the size of a rabbit. So now I want to expand it. Let me see how it goes.
Good to hear that you break the first and took the challenge also.
So did he look like whatever he was telling you?
बोलने के लिए
For 2 days.
Good evening, everyone. I am Sheetal Kumar Jain. I've been brought here by Santosh Kejriwal. I run a Sheriff Detective and Security Service Agency in South India. I have around 6,500 employees. But somewhere I have stage fear. I will have lot of plans to talk in big stage. When I go there, I curtail to some other topic and close it and that kind of thing. So there I was discussing Santosh ji, and we are family friends even, that we regularly meet. And he was telling Sheetal, you have to come to Toastmaster. I have free time. Then I had a chance of coming. Thank you.
Thank you. You need to be careful today on detective.
He's a detective and he's, people should be scared of him.
Yeah, you need to be careful today before discussing something confidential. Now it's time to the main structure of the meeting. Today's theme is India in the world of sports. What is your favorite sport? Asking you.
For me, eat, drink, sleep.
No, to watch even live any kind of sports. Cricket, football, hockey. For you, sir?
cricket.
For you, sir?
For me, lawn tennis. Yes.
For you? Well, I know. You don't need to disclose. For you, Prasanna? Said football. Why?
Is you are there?
But football is the first game in that in real life we challenge Britishers. Cricket, we have seen a lot of movie Lagan and all those things, but that is not in real. We don't have any proof. But football is one of the games that we directly challenge Britishers. Welcome, sir. So we directly challenge Britishers in their game. We got the football from Britishers. So I'll share some history of football because no one said football, cricket, athlete, lawn tennis. There was a person named Nagendra Prasad Sarvadikari. In Bengali, Nagendra Prasad Sarvadikari. And coincidentally, he is my great grandfather. and is the father of Indian football. He started the Wellington Club in the year 1880. Please welcome. And with the classmates, this he was studying in Hare School in Calcutta, then shifted to Presidency College. So with the classmates, he established that club. It's called Wellington Club in 1880. Then there was some issue that one Mr. Moni Das, he joined that club, and everyone said he is from lower caste, will not continue that club. Then he established another club. It's called Shobha Bajar Athletics. Now let's share the history of. Everyone heard the name Mohan Bagan Athletics, right?
Yeah.
I'll share the history how it is called. So that Shobha Bajar, that athletics, started their first, I would say, professional playing in the year of 1884, and they defeated the Britishers in that year before Mohan Bagan Athletics, and from that club, Nagendra Prasad Sarvadhikari and with the help of Moni Das, they established Mohan Bagan Athletics in the year of 1888. So there our football legacy has started, 1888. After that, we won lot of matches against Britishers. So we know that is the first official club, Mohan Bagan Athletics. They defeated that particular, first British club in the league. But all we missed out. No one said football. PK sir said you were there, but no one said football. Why?
Suddenly these comes.
Definitely, now it is popular. You go to throughout. You go to Kerala, go to Goa, even in Chennai also. Everyone is playing football.
These are personal
Calcutta,
choices. No? Maybe
correct. Here,
Cricket is spread across the country.
correct. That is why. Apart from cricket,
no, coming from Bengal, he has to tell that.
Yes, to that.
that is why I am sharing the details that we forgot that legacy. That we fought hard with the Britishers and defeated them, and we won. And we need to follow that legacy. We need to go ahead with that legacy. Football. How many you are watching the ISL? I know she will raise her hand. Apart from her, anyone? EPL? So another person, youngster, but no one else. You?
No.
He is also Bengali. So it's not about Bengal or other states. It's about we need to follow our legacy. We need to go forward with the legacy. That is the thing. So we need, apart from cricket also, we need to watch, we need to play the other game. That is my takeaway from this India in the world of sports. Because a lot of sports nowadays, wrestling also, the javelin throw also. So apart from cricket, a lot of new games we have seen. There's badminton. Badminton is there for a long period. From lawn tennis also, that is there. But football, that is something we need to uplift. That is my take on this. To take the meeting forward to the main structure of the meeting, I would like to call a person. I'll share another story. I know timer is showing the card. Time is ticking, but I need to share the story. In Kappan Park, we conducted our 125th meeting, I think, somewhere 2 years back. Then one distinguished Toastmaster, I forgot the name, he asked, anyone is following the Formula 1 car race? All the boys standing like this, including me. One girl stood up, yes, I have been following throughout my life. And this person asked anything. She knows all the things. I asked, what is this? Anyone can know what is this? Music. Everyone saying music. But what is the detail of this thing? That particular person explained. This is called table plate, this is called base plate. So I am referring our Madam Toastmaster of the day. I would like to call that person now on the stage. Please welcome with a round of applause Toastmaster Atmika Bhatt, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much for that wonderful welcome. And before we formally start the meeting, I would just request all of you to take a pen in your hand, please. So if you don't have a pen, please ask the person next to you. Can pass one more pen to here. Santosh. So everybody has pens in their hand? Okay. So I'm going to pass a piece of paper to you. All of you will have one. Yeah, if you have more, you can keep them in the end or pass it back in the front. So I'm going to give you a minute's time and you have to circle, tick the people you know in those list of names. So your time starts now. Be honest, and thankfully because in Toastmasters you can't touch your phone right now, no googling. Sure. So there's a list of names on that sheet.
Okay.
So please tick, circle the names you know.
They're all from the world of sports?
Yes. And the best thing about knowledge is there is no shame in saying I do not know. You can keep it. That's for your reference. You can keep it. Okay. Anything. You can take all circle. That's left to you. So, are we done? Do you want to give it another shot? No problem. So, please keep these sheets of paper with you. You can tuck it inside other papers for the moment. But they are all sports people from India, representing India at an international level. India is a country of 1 billion people, which means we have 1 billion dreams, which means we have millions of sports people coming from every corner of the country. And thankfully now we are able to see a little bit of recognition coming to different forms of sport and different kinds of sports being introduced into the limelight. And my favorite example, being, as he said, a big enthusiast of automobiles, is this sport called motocross. How many of you know of this sport called motocross? Yes. You will not believe that today we have had almost 6 Indians who have represented India in motocross in the world stage. Did you know that just in February, in the end of January, we had the National Junior Motocross Championships, in which the youngest competitor was 6 years old. 6, a first standard kid, won one of his races. So that kind of recognition, that kind of, let's say, publicity, that kind of sponsorship is being thrown into the world of sports. But the best thing that we can do for the world of sports is to be the viewers, is to be there to support our people who are coming up in this world. So for example, you can say badminton. Can you just name like quick players? No PV Sindhu, no Sania Nehwal. Prakash Padukone, okay. Some more? Gopichan, okay. Syed Modi, yes. Any more people? Any more you want to try? Chirag Shetty. Can you name his partner? His name is right there on the sheet. It's Satvik Rankireddy. Satvik very recently he got the Guinness World Record for the fastest smash. It was 564 kilometers per hour. Can you imagine? 564 kilometers in your brain. And that was the speed of his smash. And he officially got the Guinness World Record for it. So these are the kind of things you will be fascinated once you get into the world of sport. These are the kind of nuances you don't get to realize when you're just watching them. When you think, okay, what's with the badminton? Badminton smashes are pretty fast. Trust me, I got hurt by one, so I know. The next kind of space that we're trying to see is this world of kabaddi. Kabaddi was a rural sport. Kabaddi was a sport you played when you met with your friends, sometimes for the sake of friendship, sometimes for the sake of pride. But today, we have our players going on to the international stage. And thanks to the systems and formats of things like Premier League, sports like Kabaddi, football, even cricketers who are getting recognized for their talents at the local level get an opportunity to play in the international level. Is it the most fair system on this earth? It's not. As in life, nothing is ever fair, but that incremental opportunity saying, okay, if this person gets even a 0.1% chance to be recognized at a game where somebody says, yes, this person has potential, then it's always a victory. If we go to the world of athletics, everybody knows Neeraj Chopra today. Correct? But if you were to move back a few years prior, there was this person called Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore. Yes, what is he doing currently? What was he doing very recently, up to very recently? What was his position? Yes. Health and sport. He was this minister. What a lot of people don't realize is putting a sports person in that particular position, what are the ripple effects of that? If you look back, once he got into that place, do you know how much exponentially Indians have gone out and won? Rather than having a politician in the place of a sports minister, we had a sports person who became a politician and then a sports minister. Or a lot of he was the one who was very much key for people, to allow sports people to build their own academies and in turn build champions for the long run. A silver medalist rifleman figured that formula out because it was his journey. He knew that if I got this particular help at this particular point, then my career would have been so much more better. And that's exactly what he gave to people. So being a sports person is not just a thing of pride when they win, but all the work that they put through to ensure that the following generation is successful is a very, very key thing in sports. And in very much the same line, the founder of Toastmasters had a vision saying that if I were to train in skills of speaking and helping them with leadership and action, then it will be a better future for not just them, but for many, many generations to come. So Ralph C. Smedley's vision was very much like a sports person. He didn't just think, I'll do one club and I'll stop here. He created a network, a system in which people could learn, go ahead, and again educate the other people in different communities, in different places where they would spread hope. Just like any sport would do. If you train an athlete today, they may or may not win in the national and international stages. But that drive, that commitment, the discipline that they learn is carried on to the next person, is carried on to their next generation, to a child, to a student. In very much the same lines, Ralph C. Smedley taught the art of communicating, taught the art of leadership to people around him. It's like you get the benefit out of it, because of you, someone also get the benefit of it. So in that way, he built a network of more of thousands of clubs today across worlds, a legacy that lives well beyond his death. And in that legacy and in that system, we have this meeting laid out. So our meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first part is something called the prepared speeches, wherein people come in with speeches that are prepared with help of their mentors and others. And to aid this entire process, and to aid this process of prepared speeches, we have our tag roles, that is the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. So, the first person in this tag role is somebody who also likes lawn tennis, and I have always struggled with this particular tennis player's name. It is Martina Navratilova. As I said, I've always struggled with her name. So he gave me this particular incident. When he said, when she was 43, they asked, how do you maintain your focus, your physique, and you still play the game? And her very humble response, and very typically Martina response, I would say, is, the ball does not know how old I am. So please welcome Toastmaster Anand Ramachandra to explain his role as timer.
I am keeping the time, seeing to it that everyone starts and stops on time.
Yes, sir.
If not, you will have something to tell me later.
Yes, sir.
And when I'm called upon, I'm going to tell each one what their timing was. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Our counter's favorite player, is a popular player, but also I should say that particular player is either loved or hated for different reasons at different points in time. I think he's a wonderful player, but I have a question for all of you. That player's name is Rahul Dravid, but he has a middle name. I want you guys to tell me his middle name. The ball was something that's bestowed to him. His parents gave his middle name, so you need to tell me his middle name. Any guesses? It's yes. It's the correct letter, but not the correct name. Okay, I'll put you guys out of misery. His middle name is Sharad. So please welcome Toastmaster B.K. Krishnamurthy to explain his role as our counter.
Thank you, dear Modi. Taking on this role improves observation and you will also flourish your listening skills. The purpose of the R counter is to note any overused words and filler sounds as crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate, interjections such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be when called upon by the general evaluator during the evaluation, I shall give my report. Back to you, Demo.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krishnamurthy. And the final role in the tag is the grammarian. And today's grammarian has not given me her favorite sports person's name, but rather has mentioned her favorite sport, which happens to be gymnastics. And as in her role, we will see what kind of mental gymnastics she'll be doing. So please welcome Toastmaster Rashmiti.
Thank you. If you are stuck in a traffic, you are cursing the drivers for taking wrong turns, for coming on the opposite side, somebody crossing, not following the rules. So obviously we all have to follow the rules. Same thing is in the language. If we have to follow the rules, grammar is extremely important. So I'll be the grammarian, trying to find out the good usages of everyone's speech and mark them down. I'll also be telling the good usages and the not so good usages. I'll be catching the incomplete phrases, incomplete sentences, and see if I can give some alternatives to that. And when called upon the G, I'll be giving my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashmi. So we now move on to the first section of the meeting, which is the prepared speeches. And to show us what are the parameters of the first speaker's speech, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Ramdas. But before he comes onto the stage, again, as you know, his favorite player from the world of cricket is none other than Kapil Dev. I asked him why he likes Kapil Dev. So he said he's the captain who showed India that she can dream and she can win. So just like that, please welcome Toastmaster Ramdas.
Thank you. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. The time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes.
So this speaker today also loves cricket. Shouldn't be a surprise, but also loves cricket. But in contrast to the evaluator's 1983 saga, our speaker is enamored, I should say, by players like Rishabh Pant and Surya Kumar Yadav. So if you put together both of them in the same place and say, what are their similarities? They're both pretty aggressive players, but both of them have the distinction of being praised by former Australian captain Ricky Ponting. He has praised both of them, and I think that's a similarity people don't really get to see. So just like Rishabh Pant and Surya Kumar Yadav, I hope this speaker today will have a wonderful performance wherever he may be. So please welcome Toastmaster Kamal Karnani with the speech Who, What, Why. Again, Who, What, Why by Toastmaster Kamal Karnani.
Thank you, Atmika ji, Toastmaster of the day. So, fellow Toastmasters and wonderful guests, a very good evening to all of you. So, she said Toastmaster Kamal Karnani. See, this is, I think, one feather in my cap. I have attended just 2 meetings and I am the Toastmaster. I don't know much about this. Still I am Toastmaster. Really, I feel. Last Friday, Santosh ji called me. Kamal, are you ready for your speech? I said, one moment I was speechless. Ice-breaking speech. Most of the time I saw Santosh ji in Rotary breaking the ice in glass of wine. So, and I don't drink. So really, I was thinking what to do. Then he informed me, boss, this is nothing. This you have to tell about yourself, your family, your education, your background. So this is what we call this ice-breaking speech. But oh, such a small thing. Okay, I will carry on. Then I came to know he is my mentor also. So he gave me 1 or 2 tips. Kamal, see 2-3 videos before going into this. And I saw 2-3 videos. I was really, so in Hindi you call Meri to phat gayi. What kind of speeches people were giving? Stage, I was very new. This Sunday evening, Ramdas ji had the orientation program with us, me and Prasanna Kumari. So at the time, he asked me one question, Kamal, why you have joined this Toastmasters Club? So my answer to Ramdas ji, to you and to all of you, yes, I wanted to take this stage flawlessly, any stage, without interruption, with spontaneous thinking, engaging people, and which was not my subject matter earlier. And why now, after a long period of time? Because I am nominated as president of Rotary Bangalore Junction in 2025-26. I didn't have any choice. I am a chartered accountant in practice in Bangalore, and last year, along with my 3 other partners, we are 4 partners in the firm from the beginning, and we have completed 25 years of practice in Bangalore last year. So basically, my background, I'm a Rajasthani, born in a small village of Bihar. I did my 10th matriculation in Hindi medium in Bihar. Then I moved to Kolkata, did my graduation and CA course in Kolkata. Then in 1997, I moved to Bangalore to make Bangalore as my Karam Bhumi. And why it was so? Because at that point of time, Bangalore was the fastest growing city in whole of Asia. And I love the way people respect chartered accountants or accounting profession here. And of course, so many people have migrated to Bangalore because of good weather. So I loved Bangalore, and definitely Bangalore has given me everything. So I flourished in Bangalore. Coming to my family, so I was lucky enough till 2008, where in single house in Bangalore, we 4 generations lived together. Me, with my kids, with my parents, and luckily with my grandparents. I had this opportunity. Gently, I'm blessed with my mother in my family, along with my wife, Mamta, who is a versatile homemaker. And my daughter, Jyotika, she has just finished her master's from NUS, Singapore. And my son, Krishna, he is in BBA first year in Christ University. Coming to my hobbies, yes, I like to read a lot, travel a lot, then of course watching cricket a lot. And I'm not keeping any data for cricket, madam.
Okay.
And my hobby includes my orientation to the social services. I had been affiliated with so many NGOs here. I was president, secretary, treasurer for so many organizations here in Bangalore. And present district treasurer 2 years before in RI district 3190 also. Presently, I am international service director in my Rotary Club, and I'm a treasurer, and so few organizations. Because of chartered accountants, most people come as for treasurer post. So my why, what, who am I? What I'm doing here? Why I have come to this world? What I'm doing in this world? Why I'm in this family? So there are so many complex questions. So I take it very simply. See, in life, death, janam and maran, what we call in Hindi, see, birth and death is not in your hand. Other than that, everything is a part of process. What you do, you take decisions, and on the basis of those decisions, and those decisions you take at that point of time, which you feel that there are appropriate decisions. So it's a very simple process. Take proper decision and live it, and enjoy the whole process of life. I thank you all for patient listening to me and bearing with me for last few minutes. Thank you very much. Back to Africa.
Thank you so much, Kamalji. I think taking the first step is always the most difficult one, because a lot of fear, a lot of thoughts are going through your mind saying, will I be able to do it? What if I do it wrong? And I think Toastmasters give you that place saying it's a safe place. You can fall, you can stumble, but we will always help you to get back up. So congratulations again on your first.
Thank you very much.
So our next evaluator, you will start to see a theme with all our evaluators, because our next evaluator also likes Kapil Dev. But his reason is very different. Kapil Dev is just like me. He's an all-rounder. He's a jack of all and a master of all. So please welcome this jack of all and master of all of our Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal.
Purpose of this speech is for the member to learn or review the art of writing a speech and then present it before the club in a well-organized manner. The time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Wishing the speaker a happy flourishing time.
Do you know that feeling when somebody of your place makes a name at an international stage? Can you recall somebody like that? Somebody, it need not be just your state, it can be your district, it can be your city.
You feel elated.
You feel absolutely elated.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt when Ashwini Ponnappa came in the international stage, because she's from Mangalore. She's born and brought up in Mangalore. And I was like, a Mangalorean doing so much was an amazing feeling. Next speaker had the exact same feeling, but it was with Miss P.T. Usha. So please welcome Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari for her speech. Let the year Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari.
Toastmaster Ratmika. I have learned that people forget what you said and what you made them feel, but they will never forget how you made them feel in the process of being with them. Dear Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, let us recall the COVID times. I was working with the COVID war room with Rotary and BBMP. I got an opportunity to connect patients to get their bed. In that process, I connected to a lady, her name is Mamata, who is in her 30s. And she was waiting for a bed for her husband. I called her back to confirm that whether she got her bed. She said yes. She got a bed in ICU. He was in a very bad state. Suddenly she bursted in tears. Like a child, she was crying. I was dumbstruck. I don't know what to do. Then I realized, no, I have to be strong and give my ear to her, lend my ear to her to listen to her. She was keep crying, talking in between. This went on for, I think, few minutes. Then I just consoled her, told her. In that process, I understood that she didn't had anything for last 2 days, waiting in the hospital to get a bed and did not freshen up. Then I consoled and told her, I'll call you back in some time and you have something. I called her back again after some time, maybe a few hours. Then she told me, she had something and she requested me, can I call you back whenever I want to talk to you? For a minute, then I said, okay, because I could feel her pain, the depth of her pain. I said, okay, this was going on every day, many calls, day, time, but I thought, okay, she is in trouble. And it is my responsibility to support her being a woman. She is a woman who has 2 children, a teenager and a 7-year-old. She just recovered from COVID and she lost her mother 2 weeks back of COVID and husband is fighting for his life in ICU. I was very empathetic to her. This was going on for a few days. Then suddenly she asked me, can we move to NH? I tried and I got a bed for her in NH. And one fine day, very early in the morning, name was flashing on my mobile. I could sense, what is it? She lost him. Then she was shattered, no one around. I was helpless. She requested me to call her family, who is unknown and unseen to me. I did. I left it there. I was in deep pain. I left it there. Life was moving on. COVID was around, and it was slowly coming back to normalcy. And this family was in my mind always. Then after a few weeks, I want to know what is she doing. I called her in a very feeble voice, very weak. She told me I'm in Kolar with my in-laws and recovering from COVID. She got attack of COVID again. She is recovering and losing of her dear one. She is coping up with. She said, I will call you back. Life was moving on. The pandemic subsided. After a few months, one afternoon, I am seeing her name flashing on my mobile. And I was a little skeptical and worried to pick her call, anxious rather. Because there were so many suicidal stories around. So if she is calling me and telling me that I am going to suicide now, I can't do anything. But for my surprise, she told me, I am calling you not to cry, to tell you something. She took over the company, which owned by her husband as a proprietor. And she is the first day of her office sitting in her cabin. She is telling me, because of you, I am sitting here. I was with lots of emotions. I was just listening. Then she told me, you are in our prayers daily. Point, that is a point of fulfillment. And I was in tears. Normally she was in tears, but that moment I was in tears of joy. Then we spoke for some time. She said children are coping up with and they are supporting her. She is with her in-laws. Friends, the purpose of life, if you can support somebody when they're really in need, is the bestest thing. And be compassionate. And, you have to lend your ears. The power of listening much more than what you think. Thank you.
Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari has, through her speech, has covered a very important tenet of Toastmasters, which is listening. And I think listening is a skill we just need to learn in general in life too, because we tend to speak more than we listen. And every wise person on this world has said, listen more, you learn more. On to our third speech. I would like to introduce our evaluator for the speaker. And again from the world of cricket, he likes these people for their fighting spirit. We have Saurav Ganguly, we have Virat Kohli, and we have none other than Mr. Kapil Dev again. So you realize the theme between our evaluators? All of them love cricket and all of them love Kapil Dev. So please welcome Toastmaster Saikat Nandi. Yes.
Purpose of the project for the member to practice developing a plan, building a team and fulfilling the plan with the help of his or her team. This is the there are two speeches. This is the continuation of the first speech. This is the second speech. In the first speech, the speaker has already given a short overview of the plan for her project. Now in the second speech, the member to share some aspect of her and his experience managing a project. Timer, please remember this is the normal timing 5 to 7 minutes with the grace period of 30 seconds. All the best to the speaker. Over to you, Yamoti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saikat. So our speaker, our third speaker, said that she likes this particular sport because there is hard work, there is precision, there is risk-taking mentality, there is flexibility, there is consistency, and a never give up, a never die attitude in this sport. And this sport amazes my mind. It blows my mind with what people can do with their bodies. And this is none other than the world of gymnastics. So it should not be a surprise when you tell you the next speaker is Toastmaster Rashmi B.
Thank you so much. I am continuing the project which I'm working on and giving the speech based on that. So if you recall a little bit on what we did, I was trying to help a school. They said this was the project which I had got. And the plan, I had given an overview in the previous plan. This is just a recap for the people who have not come. The recap was we had an issue in a school. I was called out of the blue in May 2023 and said we need help. Did try to reach out through Rotary, didn't work out. So put my hands into it and started working with it in perseverance. And coming to the second half now, where we actually executed the plan, started putting the things together on what resources I have to get to the project or the plan. Once we realized the school issue, the school was not in a good state. The paint, everything had to be done. Fine, that we cannot address right now because there's no budget. There is zero budget in the plan. So resources over there are hung right now because we don't know what to do with it. Next, the English teacher left in July. So what do? The kids have to finish. There are 45 high school kids. We cannot let them go somewhere. So anyone has to take a look at that when the teacher left. So we formed a small team, two of us, the person who called me and us, only 2-member team. Delegated that work and said, can you start interviewing while we start looking at alternatives in the teachers who are already existing. We called up science teacher, we called up social studies teacher, we called up the moral education teacher, the PE teachers. PE teacher agreed to look into it. So when we started talking about the lesson plan, he said, I cannot do it. I definitely cannot do it. This is too much work. Okay. So went and downloaded the whole textbooks, 8th, 9th and 10th state. Now started looking into it, started doing the lesson plans. Because if I have to do it remote, at least weekly once as a backup, let's do it. That was the alternative plan, backup plan. You always need a backup plan because it's a critical path. The project is in a critical path. We cannot let the kids go without any exams. While we were doing that, we talked to the science teacher. Science teacher said, if you can help me, then I can think about doing it. Fine. I had a lesson plan, and that lesson plan for our evaluator is here. I have the digital copies of those. Gave it to them. It was a poem. It was a small poem, Little Busy Bee. I told them, you have to memorize you have to ask the kids to memorize the poem. It's very important that they learn the poem by heart. After that, go through some of the rhyming words, go through some of the things and give them because they are at 3rd grade level. When I assessed them, gave them that. They started doing that, and one poem and one prose got over, but then the person was very scared. Said, I cannot do this for high school kids. I have other stuff to do. Quit. Because you're not giving any additional money and putting extra efforts. I have to actually, I cannot do this. In the meantime, we have finished 4 interviews and no one is willing to come. So it is October by now. So we had to have a test. What do? This friend mine calls me, Suma, and says, Rashmi, we need a test paper. We cannot do anything without, at least we need to show them that we are giving them a test. So we sat and strategized, what can we give them for the test? Can we give them match the following? Can we give them fill in the blanks? What do we do? So we strategized, put a test paper together, and that test paper is here. Gave it in October, got that out of the way. Still no one is ready to teach. Somehow the moral education teacher and the PE teacher are managing on Saturdays. But still that is not up to the mark. How are the kids going to pass? This friend of mine fell sick. Single team member now. No connection to the school because she is my point of contact to the school. So nothing is happening till December. Now everything is on the stake. The critical path is even more critical now if you look at the project plan. How are the kids going to pass? December, one more question paper. She requested, please let's finish the formalities, then let's work on it. Fine, one more question paper on the mark. And I told her I'm not setting any more question papers because they're not moving up in the career, in their learnings. What's the point in setting this? So we sat and strategized again, and luckily this time, the person whom she interviewed, she got on board. December 30th, that was our deadline. By December, we need to have the person on board. We got the person on board. And we formed a small WhatsApp group with 3 people and interviewed her. She was up to the mark. So we said first we will actually do all the worksheets and then she'll start with the, but by then she will know where they have left the previous teachers and she'll start with the textbook lessons. But things turned around because when she went to the class and we gave her the complete independence, we told her we are going to support you. So please put your lesson plan together and go ahead. Her main problem was she got a MSc in sericulture and she was a science teacher. She is not an English teacher. But she's taken up the position because she wants to help. And she doesn't mind because she knows English. Fine. We said we're going to help you with the points. We're going to help you with the worksheets. But you continue what you have to do. We'll back you up completely. But the end goal is the kids have to learn and pass the exam at the level where they should be. Fine. She has actually started finishing all the curriculum. And by February, the plan is she's going to finish the entire curriculum. She's got only 2 lessons and 1 poem to finish in 8th, 9th and 10th. We have been tracking it. And in the meantime, we have finished the level 1. Here is the entire level 1 worksheets. We have 8. Level 1 worksheets is just introduction to all the grammar. And the level 2, we have already started working on it. Where level 2 is going to be little in-depth into the grammar. And level 3 is going to be the phrases, the personifications and all this. In the meantime, we also have some poems. In-depth meaning of the poems, which for 8th, 9th and 10th separately, which we are working on. So we're going to start giving them week after week. So while she is doing revision, she'll be doing this. And we are hoping they're going to pass the exams. This is summary. So if you persevere, the summary is if you persevere, go through your project, there will always be a way out. So I have literally understood when a door closes, there is always another door or a window open. Thank you so much.
Key message that I think we can take. I think key message that we can take from both the Prasanna Kumari speech and the Toastmaster reference, helping somebody else flourish, not just flourishes your soul, but also helps an entire host of people to move forward. And the same theme is also, I think, linked to sports, wherein you may not be the most successful person in a given sport, but using your knowledge to help somebody else move forward, take at least 2 steps forward, brings the world a lot of joy, achievement, and a lot of hope who cannot see the dream at that point of time. The second section of our meeting, which is called the table topic session. given that the table topic session is an impromptu session, I have an impromptu question for you guys. Who do you think, this is a very subjective question, okay, no copying answers here. So who do you think is the most beautiful or handsome sports person?
Gabriela Sabatini.
Gabriela Sabatini for sure. Yes. Yes.
Martina Navrat, what is
Navratilova. Yes.
She's a Czech national.
Yes.
Martina Navratilova.
I will learn that surname. Yes. I want some more answers, please, because I know.
Sania.
Steffi Graf. Lot of tennis players. What's happening here?
Nobody to beat Martina Sabatini.
Gabby Sabatini. Okay. Do you have Prakash Padukone? All people with shuttle bats. Okay.
Maria Sharma.
Anil wonderful. Anil Kumble. Yes.
Again a bad
Sorry. Smriti Mandhana from cricket. Wonderful. Yes. Any other?
The captain also is good.
We need the name. Yes, but I think as our table topics master today, Toastmaster Sanjay Bindal has already shared his favorite, which is Argentinian lawn tennis player Gabriela Sabatini.
I think she's everybody's favorite.
She also is the former world number 3 in both singles and doubles. So please welcome Toastmaster Sanjay Bindal.
Hi all fellow Toastmasters and very warm welcome to all the guests here. Now I am going to gift table topics of my choice. They may be in tandem with the theme today or may not be. And I want everybody to make these table topics flourish. That's another word of the day today. And I want the timer to please explain the timings for these table topics.
Table topics is an impromptu speech when you are called upon to speak. You get 1 to 2 minutes. 1 is to qualify, 2 is as much as you get, and you get a grace of another 30 seconds.
Minimum you got to talk for 1 minute to qualify. And table topics are nothing but unprepared speeches or impromptu talking. So where you can think, organize, and then talk. So it makes, you're going to speak whatever you like in that. Now the first table topic today is, now that is in tandem with the theme today, the Indian traditional sport. So I want people to raise hands and I'll pick up the one whom I want to. Indian traditional sport. No, raise your hands. Who wants to talk on that?
Anyone?
Okay. Please come. Yeah,
No,
rest
I
within
can
the time.
do it. Not an issue.
Thank you, Toastmasters. I hope I can. Please put a big ball on my side. The traditional Indian sports as such, like our Indian culture, has a lot of things to go there. We have the kabaddi to go, and even the kho as we used to play.
Yes.
And the whole theme of our gym being called as kusti, akhadas, and your regular push-ups called as danda. Oh, it was a very flourishing. Kabaddi is one thing that everyone used to play. At least I used to play even in my school days. 7 people on either side, and then you go and touch people and come back. You need to have skill, you need to have patience, you need to have a plan, and you need to come back and win. The josh to win and the strength to win is a must. Kho is another thing that everyone used to play, which was a thing where people can, the children can come together and play as a whole. The kusti and the danda are another major thing which morphed into gymnasiums and it has taken over. Though our Pogat
today is one of the archetypes of the old-time Kusti Akhadas. Thank you.
Very well. And I love the photos because that was my favorite too. And they used to push like a rabbit. Like somebody mentioned rabbit brain of a rabbit. So it's push you from behind rabbit. Now, the next table topic is, which is very close to my heart, which is the, it relates to the environment. And that is extremely close to my heart. May not be in tandem with the theme today. Now, the next one is plastic, bane or a boon. Please raise your hand if you want to talk. Plastic, a bane or a boon? Yeah, Bhopal, come. Why guests are not talking about this? Next time you talk to guests.
Thank you, Sanjay. So, plastic we find uses everywhere in our day-to-day life, but there are certain initiatives, and people have taken initiatives to lessen the use of plastic. For example, Toastmaster Prasanna today showed me a book which is completely recyclable. That's a great initiative because, and there's one piece of paper which also can be planted as a seed. So these are certain initiatives that we need to take. Plastic is definitely bad for the environment. We see a lot of stories today. You look at the ocean environment. There are a lot of ocean creatures which are not able to live to their fullest potential because they're getting caught in a lot of plastic waste. And there's a saying that wherever people flourish, you get to know that people are flourishing there because you see a lot of waste, right? And we have to take initiatives to understand how to recycle or how to reduce waste in the environment. Because ultimately we are living this generation, but we have to hand over this planet to our future generations as well. And let it not be that they do not have an environment to live in. Rather, just look at it in the social media or computers and laptops and things like that. So let us strive to ensure that we have a beautiful environment. We do not pollute it with plastic. So let us flourish in an environment where everybody can live, our future generations can live. The environment, all the plants and animals can survive and flourish in this beautiful environment. Thank you.
No, that was very well. Now, if we, 50 years back, there was hardly any plastic. How we used to manage? How our packaging used to be done? How we used to get our rice or other cereals and do it? How? Why that we have to be so dependent on plastic? Now this is for the guests. Now if you don't raise your hands, I'm going to pick you up. Now, the next one is the native Indian tree species. The native Indian tree species. Any tree you can pick up. Use.
Good evening. Can I know what is the timing?
Yeah, 1 minute is green, 1 minute 30 seconds is the yellow.
1 minute, see the green card. 2 minutes.
1 minute,
1.5 minute you will see the yellow card. 2 minutes red card, and you get a 30 seconds margin to raise the name.
Yeah. Let me hope that I've crossed the green line today. India is a very the environment. We have a lot of native trees, but I want to talk about neem. Neem has been medicinal has been used in the medicines, and it is used in rituals also. Yeah, the frames of the doors during the it's used as a toothbrush, and probably my brain gives up.
Yeah, but I think did you make 1 minute? No, he did not.
54, 55.
But it was very nice. And that main thing which you said is Datun. Correct?
So one more topic.
Sorry?
One more topic.
Yeah, okay. So that's known as a dhatu, what he was referring to. And neem, by the way, is also a very good insecticide. So in the earlier times, when we never had this urea, whatever pesticide, people used to spray neem solutions on crops, and everything was but organic, naturally organic. Now I have time only for one more topic, and again I'm thinking what to do now. I'm random in this, and that is athletics. And again, it is only for the guests.
Yes, this side.
This also.
Please raise your hand. You want to come in? Yes, sir.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Please come here. Athletics in India. Anywhere.
Okay, so I would speak on athletics in India, not across the world. Why we have not been successful for some time, but now slowly we are emerging as a power in athletics. We spoke about traditional Indian sports. If you look at those sports which you mentioned, kushti and kabaddi and everything, there's a lot of physical element.
Yeah.
There was emphasis on being strong, and you had Bhim, you had Hanuman, all those idols were there. So the physical culture was there. Somewhere along the way, I don't know, it should not get political, but because of ahimsa, this thing, that thing, whatever it is, the competitive edge, the killer instinct was sort of removed from the Indian culture. And this is a little bit political, but anyway, let's mention it. Now, it is slowly reviving with Neeraj Chopra winning the gold. We have proved that we can be successful in a sport which requires a lot of strength and a lot of hard work. We will see that in the coming future as our more middle class emerges, more competition, more facilities, and I think it will be great for the youth to, instead of spending time on TV and all that, getting into sport and proving ourselves as a powerhouse in athletics.
By the way, we had a lovely athlete from a lovely, beautiful P.T. Usha. If you remember, in 1984, she was the first one who got a medal. That's your state. Very nice.
Not only my state, next to my village.
Wow. Very nice. And that, one more topic or finish? So we come to the end of this table topics. I try to give easy topics. Let's see how the evaluators do it. Please, Ashay. So back to you, Arpita. Just a minute.
Big round of applause here. Sanjay Vijay. So from prepared we went to impromptu, but the closing session, I should say, of Toastmasters comes with evaluation. We now move on to our next section, which is the evaluation of our speeches. And our evaluator today moved to another sport. If you have noticed, all our favorites are coming from a very focused area of cricket. So we now go into the world of boxing. And his favorite sports person is none other than Muhammad Ali. So he said, not just as a sports person in the ring, his life even outside the ring is a very inspiring story. And we always root for the underdog, don't we? We want a failure to success story. But I think the most important aspect of a lot of sports people, including Muhammad Ali, is the idea of perseverance. Even if you fall, even if you get hit hard, you don't know where you are. The idea is you stand up, you stand again, and you try again till you win. And I think Muhammad Ali lived that motto through his life. So please welcome our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Sudipta Sudhi.
Thank you, Modi. Do you all remember the most famous saying of Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay? Cassius Clay was his original name.
It was move like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And he was termed the greatest boxer of the century. And not by small margin or means. For the first 100 bouts, almost every time he knocked out his opponent within the first 1 minute. And as and when he became the world champion, his bouts with his opponents moved 7 rounds till even 14 rounds. His opponents would give up, but not him. This sheer willpower, the thought process of going through the pain, the emotional pain and the physical pain is something that we all should pick up from Muhammad Ali. Very recently, in 2016, when he breathed his last at the age of about 87, he said, when I used to go to my gym and start workouts, I used to start counting from the time it started paining me. So for example, if you would do 100 skips, he would start counting from like about 80. Okay. So enough about Muhammad Ali and a lot of introspection there. There are many things in my life that I have picked up from him, because I too come from a background where totally off the place. A Bengali living in a Telugu city, don't know the local language. Surname is so weird that every time I used to visit Singapore, the immigration officer used to see my surname and look at my face. It's not matching. Somewhere something went wrong. Well, I lived through all that, and today, after having spent about 25 years in corporates, winning accolades, I am running 4 businesses parallelly. 2 of them are successful, I would say, and in the journey. Lot to learn from stalwarts who are present here. I'm just a baby in entrepreneurship. Well, that's very little about me and my connection to sports. In college, I was an advent cricketer. I used to captain my team, bunk classes. All the time you would find me in the field. And, that's how my journey went through. Coming back to our meeting in Toastmasters, this particular section is probably the most challenging, because you will have to tell what people are good at, because today that's a rarity. It's very easy to criticize, isn't it? At the same time, we'll have to also focus on areas of improvement, both for the prepared speeches, for the organizing team, as well as for the people who came up impromptu. And this is a platform which does this pretty well in a very systematic way, and I could find only Toastmasters giving a very constructive feedback about public speaking and leadership. Everything else is very conventional, what I have come through. So in this meeting number 198, thanks to the Sergeant at Arms, we started dot on time. Thank you so much. The word of the day, flourish, was used sparingly by some of the speakers and table topics masters and evaluators, but we are yet to see from the evaluators how much they use the word of the day. It was a very nice introduction to bring up the presiding officer, and she did her homework. She took all the favorite sportspersons on WhatsApp, so that shows her commitment. Before entering into the meeting, she was very well prepared, and you could see the way she presented. So hats off to you, and there's a lot to learn from you, Nika. She did trickle all our brains when it comes to our general knowledge and knowledge in sports very particularly. I felt ashamed looking at that sheet which she passed on. I couldn't even take a single name. Can you beat it? Okay, I'm so away from following sports, and kudos to her. She follows almost every sport. The way she connected with the audience, the way she was able to articulate the stories and bring out those emotions from all of us through her speech and her body language, really commendable. Thank you so much. I also like the way you brought up the tag teams and asked them to talk about their own roles. Many of the things that you told us was very, very inspiring, especially about Formula One, about the 6-year-old, participating and winning in motocross, really getting goosebumps. Okay, moving on. When it comes to the presiding officer, Mr. Shoykot Nandi, the way I never knew his great grandfather actually kickstarted, Mohan Bagan. A matter of pride, and we should see Mohan Bagan colors all over him, which we don't. Okay, yeah, it was very nice and it was very interactive, Shoykot. But only thing is, I think it is becoming a habit for you. You are exceeding your time allotted almost every time. So I think you should start looking at curtailing your thoughts into fewer sentences and words. Probably use a little more complicated words which convey a lot more with a single word rather than having a simple sentence which leads into a lot many words. That increases the time taken. You took back us into history. There was a lot of nostalgia, and that kind of created connection with the audience, right? Okay. Now coming to the prepared speeches, obviously there are the the speech evaluators who are going to come up and give a very detailed evaluation of each one of the prepared speeches. But I would say the icebreaker of Kamal Karnani, awesome. There is so much to learn from you, sir. We are all still, kids in our, journey, experiencing with finance. But one suggestion from my side, because I was at born and brought up in a really alien world, so to speak, in Andhra Pradesh, I somehow neutralized my mother tongue influence, MTI, which is called in short, right? So the way I did it during my childhood days was watch a lot of English movies and read a lot of newspapers and listen to a lot of that time Doordarshan was the only channel. Listen to a lot of news, English news. What happens is, by listening, you are able to understand the right pronunciations of words, which will help you over a period of time mitigate your mother tongue influence. Okay, and today, of course, we have many other tools that are available on your app on your mobile phone. You can go to Google Translator, and there is a button there which helps you to listen what is the correct pronunciation of a given word, and that will definitely help you to come out of your MTI. Okay. Now, for a more detailed evaluation of your speech, I would like to call upon your evaluator, Toastmaster Ramdas.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Dear Toastmasters, guests, and Toastmaster Kamal Karnan in particular. What a speech, sir. The title of the speech itself was introducing yourself, who, what, why about yourself. You said Toastmasters, or being a Toastmaster is feather in my cap. I really appreciate that comment that you made about Toastmasters. And you started saying that Santosh called you and ice-breaking speech, and you know only about ice-breaking in a glass of wine. That connection was well, and you brought humor as you speak. You bring humor, you become comfortable, audience as well. Very nicely put. Then you took us through your life, where you were born, where you were educated, then you came to Bangalore. You appreciate Bangalore. You said flourished in Bangalore. You brought word of the day as well. The pitch increased as you spoke because I'm sure you are proud of being Bangalorean now, and as we are all, your pitch increased. They showed you're proud Bangalorean. You brought a smile as well as you spoke. Really nice. They showed that you're confident on the stage here. You talked about your family, your wife, 2 children. You also told us the 4 generations lived under one roof. Nice to know, which is very rare in these days right now. Then you talked about your passion and hobby. Then you said you're into social service. That's why you're Rotarian as well. And being a CA, you get the chance to become treasurer and maintain the accounts of Toast of the Rotary. At the end, you talked about who am I, became a little emotional. You said we're all born and we're going to die. In between this, what I should do. So you said that take decisions, live it, and enjoy them. That's very important. Decision may become wrong, but that part of the decision you are really right. And enjoying the decision is good. So to summarize, I thought you were very humble. Your voice is very, very clear. You have clarity in your words. Every word you spoke, I was able to understand. You have very good flow of thoughts. Throughout your introduction, you didn't wait for any words. It was flowing like river. Really enjoyed. And may you flourish in your words, in your life, and in your professional life as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramdas ji. Now, next prepared speech was from Mrs. Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari. It didn't look like your second speech. It looked like as if you have been here, done this many, many times before. So very nicely put up story. Everybody became very emotional, could see your emotions come out, okay, very clearly. And also it's because a true story, your thoughts flowed very well. To give a much more detailed evaluation, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal.
Dear fellow Toastmasters and all the guests who are assembled here today, in particular Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari. Prasanna, let me tell you something. If you had spoken for a few more minutes, all could have seen tears coming down my eyes. So nice it was. So emotional it was. I was really touched by your speech. I don't have any words to continue also. Sometimes I feel I'm getting speechless after hearing this speech. But also in that, I have to do my duty as an evaluator. So first of all, that title that you gave, Lend Your Ears, and how you connected so well with your story. Very aptly done, person. Very aptly done. This is how the title should be chosen. It should be connected to the audience and to the content of the speech. Done that very well, and coming to your speech part. Just give that in 4 different P's, 4 P's. Power, pitch, pause, and pace.
1 minute.
Pitch, pause, and pace. Ladies and gentlemen, you all heard Prasanna Kumari talking, right? Does she need a mic?
No.
No. There's a power in your voice. Very powerful voice, Prasanna. Very powerful voice you are having. We don't need a mic, so people will save on them sound system cost also. I enjoyed it a lot, the power that you have in yourself. Next is the pitch. What does pitch actually means? How you raise your voice in between and then slowly come down when it is required. Actually said, she lost her respect. You lowered your voice. continued the same version for a few more seconds and then picked up. So you pause at the right moments. Each and every minute, sentence, you take your good pause all over. I must appreciate you for your pitch, pause and pace. I think so everyone understood how well and how fast or slow you are speaking. Good pace it is. Very good pace it is. Coming, if there are any tips that I can suggest to you. In fact, today I am taking tips from that. See, this is how you have to select a topic and how well you can connect a story to it. What story to tell to which audience. It's very, very important. So as a Rotarian, as a Toastmaster, as an individual, when you tell such touching stories, it definitely brings tears to everyone. And very importantly, this story will be remembered by each one of us for years to come. All in all, I must say that right from start to end, you flourished in your speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Santoshji, Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal, for your evaluation of the speech. And we had the third speaker, Toastmaster Rashmi, come up and talk about the real world problems that some of our government schools are facing. Well, during my initial days of my career, I had the responsibility of setting up computer rooms in very remote schools and colleges, and I could exactly visualize when you were speaking what was going on. People not ready to take responsibilities, and teachers quitting, students not having teachers. These are all very, very practical problems of our education system today, especially the non-private or the government education. And kudos to the work that you're doing for that school. I wish that you and the students come out with flying colors on the other side. Well, that was the brief gist. To evaluate your speech in more detail, I would like to call upon our presiding officer and Toastmaster Shweta Kundi.
This is a reminiscing of the old memory from my school. We have also started the same way. Thanks, Toastmaster Rashmi, to take me to that 20 years back. Now, regarding Toastmaster Rashmi's speech, if I started with the very first time, she explained the context. She is not trusting upon someone. The evaluator who's explained all the things. She explained the context. What was the first speech? Now I'm delivering the second speech. Kudos to you. Now, regarding content, you need to share your experience, how you have gone through, what you have experienced in this process. You explain that how execution done. First, planning, lesson plans. You approach to the teachers. You explain nicely. Then you explain a lot of hindrances we got, right? You share the experience, how you got the teacher. You got, finally you got a science teacher instead of an English teacher. But if somehow you executed the plan. It was very good content, no doubt. You explain point by point. Now regarding delivery, your hand movement was super, bang on the point throughout. Eyes contact definitely as usual is super. Sandwich method of evaluation, good. Area of improvement and this thing. So two places you can do the voice modulation. You can improve your voice modulation. That's when you said that one teacher said that I can't do that. Same voice modulation. You say, no, I can't do this thing. Like that you can modulate your voice. And usage of the stage. Another point, you can make it better. You stand here and deliver the full speech. Last time you stood up here and delivered the speech. So That you need to work upon. You need to use the stage. This is your place. You need to utilize. No one will ask, no one will bother you why you are using this place. That you need to work upon. Now, if I say in overall, Toto, have you justified the ABCD of the speech? That is called accuracy, brief, clarity, depth. Accuracy, definitely bang on the point. You are accurate in all the aspect. Brief, yes, you made it brief because you just touched that infra, regarding infra. Then you have not explained because that is we can't do now. We need to uplift the school education level. So it was brief. Clarity, point wise, yes, definitely. Enunciation of English word, enunciation, not enunciation. Enunciation of English word is very good. Depth wise, definitely, this is the depth I got, point by point. So definitely you followed the ABCD of any speech. You have given the message of hope to uplift the school. On that context, may my evaluation help you to flourish further in execution of the new project. That's all from my side. Over to you.
So I will make the next section quick. Coming to the table topics, Mr. Toastmaster Sanjay Bender, very enthusiastic. It was like just a perfume flowing in the room. It was so elegant, nice, topics that you have chosen, and they were not very complicated, very simple ones. You encourage the guests also to come, and I could see you were encouraging each of the speakers, filling up for them. Awesome. I think that's the support structure and system that Toastmaster is known for. Excellent. Thank you. And regarding the speeches within the table topics, Mr. Anand Ramchandran, nice usage of words. You touched upon all the aspects. Bopaya, I think he just stepped out, but he was also good. And the two guests, I think you would have now understood that it is easier said than done. Coming here and speaking impromptu in a structured way, it only happens by practice, and this is the forum to do so, where you are also given the opportunity to learn more. Moving ahead, the most important aspects of the speeches are being measured by our timer, our R counter and grammarian. So, our timer, Toastmaster Anand, can you please share your report with the team?
Our DMOD smashed the badminton court, and in the motocross vehicle zipped through. The rifleman in her got the bullseye. He finished it in 10 minutes. Speaker 1, Kamal Karni. From ice in a wine glass to breaking ice, his flourishing talk took 7 minutes, 6 seconds. Prasanna Kumari, her flourishing emotional speech got finished in 6 minutes, 6 seconds, well within time. Speaker 3, Rashmi. As a true project manager, she had a speech planned to the T and ended at 7 minutes, 22 seconds. Table topic, Anand was 143, Upaya was 104, Pratap were 55 seconds, and Mr. Narendra at 140, 1 minute 40 seconds. Ramdas ji took 2 minutes 38 seconds. Prasanna spoke so very well that Santosh ji could not stop himself from evaluating. 3 minutes 32 seconds. And Cycle 3 minutes 15 seconds. So that's from the timer counter.
Thank you. Now we will have our R counter share his report. Please be attentive for this one.
Thank you, G. Toastmaster Saikat used couple of times. I think it's okay. Now it's not much, so you have improved a lot from the initial days. Atmika was flawless, and of course she used and once. That's okay. Rashmi was again flawless, but she used and once. And Ramdas was flawless, but he also used and once. And Kamal Karnani, favorite word were so, then, I think then used a couple of times. But it's okay. I think for a beginner it should not be a problem. And Santosh used okay once, and all in all, I don't know whether it is required, whether it can be considered as a counter, I don't know. Prasanna Kumari, okay, she was flawless. Rashmi, she used so and couple of times. And Sanjay used and couple of times. And used once. Upaya used so. Pratap used guest speaker. He used I think couple of I think 3-4 hours. And Narendra used and once. Dito G used I think couple of times, and couple of times, couple of times. I think that's it. Back to you, Jay.
Thank you so much, sir. Now for the last tag role, grammarian, Toastmaster Rashmi.
We all flourished quite a bit today. Toastmaster Anand used it twice, BKK sir used it, Toastmaster Kamal used it, Toastmaster Santosh used it twice, Toastmaster Atmika, Toastmaster Sanjay, Toastmaster Ramdas, Toastmaster Sudipto, Toastmaster Saikal. I think if it goes this way, I'm going to start saying who did not say it. Because I was not ready for this today.
Most popular word of the day.
Yes. So word of the day was used quite a bit, and thanks for using that. There was some good usage of words. I'm going to put them in the group later. Multiple, so we can use it in our future. Multiple hats, in equal measure, a bit of challenge. India is a what did I write down? Country of billions of people and millions of dreams. Ripple effects, move like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Of course, accuracy, brevity, clarity, depth when we do evaluations. Incremental level, legacy well beyond his death, sheer willpower. Ball does not know how old I am. India, she can dream, she can win. Aggressive and adaptable, takes stage flawlessly, versatile homemaker, safe place where you can fall, stumble and get up. Jack of all and master of all. We have heard the other way around. It's nice to use this occasionally. Point of fulfillment and tears of joy. Feather in my cap. Power, pitch, pause and pace. Perfume flowing in the room. And we also had some not so good usage of words. Before entering into meeting, you can say before entering the meeting. We don't need that into. Captain the whatever team, it is captain of the team. And when we go on the stage, we don't have to use Ramdas Ji or Atmika Ji. You can use Toastmaster Atmika, Toastmaster Ramdas. Ice-breaking speech versus icebreaker speech. I'm a CA in practice, I'm a CA by practice. What I am versus what am I. She did not had anything, she had not eaten. For a minute and it was incomplete. It did not close. Moved to NH, an abbreviation was used and we did not know what it was. And bestest. That is the...
One more you missed. It is not British, it is British.
Yes, it is British. I've written down, I just didn't put it here. So, these were some of the things which we could improve in the session. Thank you.
Well, I think you were continuously, your hands were completely occupied today, Rashmi. Thanks.
Multiple thanks. Hearing also, writing also.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So with that, I come to the end of the general evaluation today. Back to you, Priya. Thank you.
We have passed a chit. If you do not know the names, please ask.
We will get this for tomorrow.
It's all there. The names are on there.
It's okay, it's okay. Please keep those name lists with you because there's something to do. You have some work with it. So please keep those name lists. So if you can fill out the forms, the different role takers, and please pass it back to Toastmaster Ramdas if you are done. Okay, so every Toastmaster meeting generally has a takeaway message. Today you are having a takeaway homework. All you is take one name from that list and Google. Not now, once you leave the meeting. Take one name from that list, any name, and learn about that particular sport and sports person. So, but you know what's the best part about this homework? You don't have to come back to the teacher. It's just for your general information. So please feel and their achievements, and some of them are most of them are still active sports people. Some of them are near retirement. But I would hope you would gain more through learning these sports, and hope you would look into these sports. And I think the best way to bring this section to a close is with the Olympic motto. The Olympic motto is Citius, Altius, Fortius, Communiter. It's simply Latin for faster, higher, stronger, but the most important part is together. So that's the same thing that even Toastmaster says, let us all rise together. With this, I would like to pass on the session to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Shaikat Nabi.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Now everyone is pronouncing my name, so I need to improve my pronunciation also. Everyone is pronouncing my name correctly. Earlier it was Saket, Sanket. Now everyone is pronouncing as Saikat. Someone is using Shoikot also. Thanks to all. Today, now we are at the end of the meeting number 198. Before concluding the meeting, we need to announce something, a lot of things, not one thing, that we're assigning 2 new XCOM members in our team, in the XCOM members team. First, the associate PM. Any idea? Who is the associate PM? Who is going to be the associate PM? We are suggesting the name. Suggesting associate VPM. You need to work with him. It's easy for you, all know. For the associate secretary, any guess? Yes. Toastmaster Prasanna, I call PKG. This is one announcement. The next announcement is we are going to conduct a 200th meeting in 18th of Feb. It will be open house meeting. We will not conduct a meeting here, somewhere else. So that details we'll share after the meeting. Now the third one is very important for the XCOM member. There is TLI session. How many has joined the TLI session? This.
What is TLI?
Toastmaster Learning Initiative is called TLI. Initiative. They call initiative. Yeah. So a TLI session, how many has joined?
But why you have to join?
That is all the XCOM members.
Executive members.
Please, online to join. Sure. I know Ramdas ji has joined. Ramdas ji's name is reflecting there. So whoever has not joined, the treasurer to join. So you need to join on 10th without any fail, online.
Screenshot.
Santosh ji. 10th.
What is this? Saturday?
Saturday. Yeah. So this is That's one. With this, a lot of other announcement also there, so that we will discuss later on, after the conclusion of the meeting.
I
Yeah.
have a question.
Yeah.
On 200th meeting, can we bring guests?
Yeah, definitely. We'll share the details. Definitely, you can bring guests. We'll share the details soon. So before concluding the meeting, I would like to know the feedback from the guests. So, sir, please.
Good evening, Toast. Really, I'm feeling more enthusiastic. Like I will also be part of that place where I can stand and talk as like Rashmi was speaking. Like she was more confident with all the homeworks done, and she was just giving things. And Prasanna Madam also, she brought everyone to the tears, and she was narrating the stories. Even a lot of stories come to us, but we don't narrate it the right way, where we don't communicate properly. That's what I was thinking. I love to be part of this, and moreover, the topics which was given was more interested. Like after he finished, I thinking I could have told that the neem tree. Like I know more about neem, what the air, the breath of neem, like which I was recollecting. I missed this as well.
Then I offered you a chance.
Yes, you offered me, but somehow I hesitated first step. These things I can just, and BKK sir taking all the points like that is the fear factor last day becomes. Let me think them. Santoshji, thank you for bringing me here.
Atul Kaushal here. Of course,
So we need your introduction as well as feedback.
He has to get it.
And finally, not to forget the Calcutta, like from Calcutta guy having the different tone. So nobody can tell you you are Bengali or whatever. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Introduction and feedback of the.
Hi. Good evening to all Toastmasters. Yeah, no, that's right. Sorry. Yeah. My name is Abdul Kaushik. I'm from Bangalore town. That's where I'm connected with some of them here, co-presidents. And it's been a very insightful experience to be here. I learned quite a few things, and thank you very much for sharing, for inviting me to this platform to be part of it. Thank you. And in terms of my own this thing, I'm a marketeer. That's my background, and should be enough for the time being. Thanks.
So your introduction and feedback as well.
Sorry. Hi, this is Sunil Choraria here. I'm from Rajasthan basically, but moved in Bangalore since 1986 onwards. And basically, I have a third generation in my steel industries. And this invitation was given by Mr. Satoshi. Since last 1 month, he's been chasing me. But I'm not able to keep the commitment because I've been traveling a lot, being in marketing and sales. And today also I was supposed to travel, but somehow he pulled me on Sunday and said, this time you have to make it up. I think there's a lot to learn from this particular, I don't know if it's the right word. I would like to learn a lot of things, but I don't know how I'm able to make my time committed on Wednesdays. That's the only trouble which I'm.
There is always a way where there is a will.
I've understood, but things I've got a lot of commitments else because I take care of all the southern region of the states. So I've been traveling to Hyderabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, everywhere. So that's the only challenge for me now, but somehow I'll try to improve something. Thank you very much.
Madam, I've already heard you last time. So again, what is the feedback? The meeting.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. This is Satyavati here. So, born and brought up from Bangalore only, and basically, I am I have my own institute, Samskriti, and I'm also a trainer. I train children as well as teachers for various skill development programs. And yeah, coming here last week I was here, and today was a complete different scenario. The way, especially when the impromptu, the topics were given. Of course, when I had the thing to tell, but how to articulate and how to talk. So these are some of the things, and I took a step back. But definitely next time I will be there. That is to give, express myself. So, and I really thank everyone, because who's contributed towards this platform, helping me learn a lot of things and how I can make myself as a person. So, thank you so much.
Thank you for your feedback. Now, last but not the least, sir, your feedback.
Yeah. When I called Anand this morning, I was a little apprehensive of coming here and speaking, being my own weakness. And then I heard the song from Sangam, title song. Tere man ki janna milan hoga ki nahi. And coming here, going on stage there, not completing a minute, कुछ तो हो सकता है. I think something can be done. Yes, it's interesting. Thank you for the nice evening.
Thank you for this nice feedback. Honest feedback, I would say.
I got a message.
Now it's time for I need to declare the name of the winners of today's meeting. I will start with the best assignee first, the best tag role. Any idea? Got the best tag role? Yes, you are right. It's Toastmaster Anand. Best speaker is my favorite. Best speaker, any idea? Yes, Toastmaster PKV. Now we are discussing about the speaker. So evaluator also we can make on the speaker. So who is the best evaluator?
Santosh.
Yes, one and only the Kishore Kumar of NITK BHIVE. Kishore Kumar, also known as Amitabh Bachchan of NITK BHIVE, Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal. Now the impromptu speaker, best table topic speaker is, I would say, Toastmaster or would be Toastmaster.
Would be.
No, I think would be Toastmaster. Definitely would be Toastmaster. Would be Toastmaster Popeye. Bonafide Toastmaster Popeye.
Popeye is already Toastmaster.
He has not filled the form just now.
You already filled.
Now, anyone I left? Any idea?
Yes.
I left someone?
Yes. I think you left me then.
No. I mean, any role I have left?
Yeah.
GTMOD.
Yeah, GTMOD.
Best Toastmaster.
Yeah.
Any idea? There is no choice. Any idea? So that's all for today. Officially, I am concluding the meeting number 198 of NITK BHIVE Toastmaster.
The idea has
Club.
come now.
Sorry.